What is going on, everybody? And well, as you all know, the Battlefield 2042 beta has been out for a couple of days. Early access anyway. If you're an EA Play member or you pre-order the game, you're welcome to play it there for a couple of days until it opens up for everybody. So it is out today until Sunday. If you are interested in playing it, I highly recommend checking it out. I believe it was 16 gigabytes for me. I am on PS5 though, so it might be a little different if you're on PC or whatever that is. But regardless, guys, so the main thing everybody is asking is how is the beta? So in this video, I'll be going over my thoughts and all that on the beta and what I think about it so far. So I have been playing it a little bit, and I must admit, I'm actually enjoying the crap out of it. I know a lot of people are probably hating on it because it's not running that smooth. I'll get into that later on in the video here. I'm going to go over a lot of things that I really noticed that I really like about it so far. So first things first, everybody's going to be wondering, how is the game running overall? Well, the first thing I have noticed is, well, I was playing the game for a good amount, like 4 to 5 hours, and I really wasn't experiencing any issues at all. The PS5 seemed to be running it very, very nicely. I'm not sure how last-gen consoles will be running the game, to be completely honest. But the PS5 seemed to be doing great. I think the Xbox probably is doing well. At least I wasn't having any issues. Later on in the day when I was playing, though, yesterday I was playing a bit, and I was having some server issues. I kept, like, lagging, dropping a lot of frames and stuff. And I got on later that night, and the game seemed to be running very, very well. So I guess it kind of depends when you're on. Maybe the server's getting overloaded with a lot of people. But I'm sure nothing to really worry about when the main game comes out. I think it's just a beta. A lot of people are trying it out. Obviously, servers might be struggling, but I'm sure that'll be, fixing all that when the game actually releases, which I'm sure many people are wondering, is the game going to be running this bad, or is it going to be still having issues? And I think that's probably not the case when the game releases, at least. At least I'm optimistic. Overall, it does seem to be pretty dang good for the most part when I was playing, and I wasn't really having too many issues. No weird deaths or like weird lag deaths, just a couple of times like that one night when I was playing. So now let's jump right into the gunplay now. So how are all the weapons in Battlefield 2042 beta? Well, to be completely honest, I've been experimenting with pretty much all of them, and I must say they are very, very fun. The attachment system is very interesting, and I'll get into that in maybe tomorrow's video. I'll talk about that a little more in depth there. But I do think it's a very, very cool system, and I do like how you can actually change your weapons on the fly there. When I was in battle, you can actually, like someone's really far away, you can actually change your weapon, put a scope on or something like that, or change the barrel to actually engage them. And then if you want to flank around to a different enemy, you could put a suppressor on your weapon. I think that's very, very cool, and I do like that system, and it could be very, very, like, good depending on how your playstyle is and all that, instead of having to go back in the menu and change your weapons. I think it's a cool feature. Very interested to see how it plays out in the actual game. Overall, the guns seem very nice. I have been noticing, obviously, a lot of people are running ARs and all that, probably because they are really good. I do not say they're overpowered. I don't think I've encountered any overpowered weapons. I may have died to maybe two shotguns the entire time. That one main pump shotgun, I really haven't seen it anywhere in any of the matches I was playing. People seem to really love running the snipers as well. The snipers are very, very fun, and I actually had a great time running them. The scope, I was trying to get used to the bullet drop on them because I haven't ran the snipers in a Battlefield game in a good amount of time. I was using them in 5, but this game does feel a little different, and I do like how this game feels more compared to 5, if I'm being honest. 5 was great overall, but I do think this game is a lot better, and I like how the characters actually feel when you're running. The guns feel very nice when you're actually moving around and actually shooting, and I do actually really like how they feel. Overall, how are the LMGs? The LMG is insanely fun. I must say that might be one of the best guns in the beta. The 100-round magazine there, the accuracy of that thing is ridiculous. I really like running the iron sights on that. And you could pretty much just fire down and take out multiple people on a squad easily, not really worried about too much about reloading it. Pretty awesome weapon. When it comes to the SMGs, the PBX-45 was also very, very fun. I was actually really enjoying this SMG. It was very, very great overall. The damage long range was actually very nice. Kind of surprising for an SMG. I was actually dropping enemies pretty dang far. Close range, it absolutely obliterates, and the suppressor on is actually very, very fun to use. Staying off the map, you can flank around and take out enemies in an objective and really not get seen as easy. I really do like how you can actually change your attachments on the go. That is very, very cool, and I have to keep mentioning that because I had a couple, matches where I was like, oh man, what am I going to do over here? Now, normally you'd have to go on the menu and change your weapons, but I could just put a scope on it, longer barrel, and just go off and do what you got to do there. Pretty awesome. The K30, which is basically a Vector, that gun is very, very fun to use. Absolutely a laser beam close range, and it pretty much destroys anything in front of it. I do like that weapon as well. Definitely needs an extended mag because a 20-round magazine on there is definitely an issue. But besides that, the gun is very, very fun to use. Obviously, long range, not that great. But luckily, you could run the Magnum as your secondary and use that as your sniper rifle if you want. Put a scope on there. Have some fun. I was even doing that a little bit as well. Pretty fun to have a Magnum back in the game with a scope on it. Missed doing that in Battlefield 3 and 4. Very, very fun to do. very nice to see it back on here, and having that, you know, having an SMG and a pistol, definitely one way to do it. Also, how are all the classes and all that? I'll get into the specialists as well in probably tomorrow's video, a little bit more in depth with that. But going into that, I actually have to admit the specialists are not overpowered anyway. At least I wasn't seeing it. I know a lot of people are really worried how the specialist is going to change the game. This is going to be something we need to be worried about. Personally, I think they're okay. I don't think there's really anything to be like concerned about with them. I don't think any of them have groundbreaking abilities that are gonna be like, oh man, he's got to be nerfed. This is just way too much. It's gonna destroy the whole game. I don't think that's gonna be a problem. A lot of them just seem fine to me. Mainly like running the medic. I do like how the medic can heal. The revive system's a little weird, but I do think it's okay for like time being. I'd like to get your guys' thoughts in the comments below on how the reviving is. Seems like it takes a good amount of time. I'm very, very glad that all the animations are gone that we did see in 5, though. We don't have to, like, run over and do all the animations of res or, like, grabbing ammo and all that. It's gone as well, which is awesome. Oh, when it comes to the other specialists, Mackey's very, very fun to use as well. I like using the grappling hook and jumping onto a building. It makes me feel like Pathfinder from Apex a little bit, and I really like that. Flying up onto a building is pretty awesome. Getting the upper hand on someone is pretty cool like that, and I do like how you can engage and get up. I got a couple of glitches doing it. I, like, flew into a building and I couldn't get out of it. Which is actually kind of hilarious. So I guess it depends where you hook it on. Again, it's like early build and all that, so I'm sure the game will be leaned out when it actually releases. Pretty awesome. I also do like the recon character as well with the drone. It's very cool. Spotting all the enemies in the area for your team is very cool. Shooting the EMP, it's something like that. I do like that, disabling a little electronic thing there. Very, very cool feature, and I do like that. I'm not sure how many people are actually using the recon character, but obviously if you're running a sniper, it might be a good thing to do if you're hiding somewhere out in like a field. At least you know there's enemies coming nearby with that little pulsating thing that's telling you there's enemies nearby. Pretty cool feature there, and a good thing to have for a recon nonetheless, because a lot of them are normally in the back trying to snipe, and someone runs up behind you and tries to knife you. At least you know they will be there, so that is a very cool feature there, and I do like that. And then finally, you have the engineer that has the sentry gun that you can place down, and it will shoot at enemies and all that. Pretty cool, honestly. I was testing it out a little bit. I didn't seem to notice that it was too overpowered at all. Honestly, it seems kind of weak than anything, and it was just shooting an enemy a lot, and they didn't even actually have to shoot him a little bit to finish him off. So I feel it's more of like a helping hand kind of thing, like shooting the enemies for you, all that. Pretty cool feature overall, and I must say that I kind of like how the specialists are right now. Looking forward to seeing how the other ones are as well on release, and other ones that may come out in time. I know a lot of people were kind of concerned about that overall as well. Another thing you guys might notice when playing the game is you will notice that the menu, the interface when looking at like items and all that's a little bit different. So it shows all of the characters here you can pick, shows you what they do and all that good stuff. Then you can move over and pick your weapons, whatever that may be, and sidearms and all that that are available, and then throwables. But you will notice on the gadget tab that you can actually have any weapon for any class. So you could be a medic with a rocket launcher, you could be a sniper with a rocket launcher, whatever you feel like doing. I think it's kind of cool actually you can actually do this. I know many people might be a little mixed on having these kind of gadgets in each class, but if you are running a tank, or you know, if you're running a certain character and stuff like that, this could be kind of helpful. I noticed in a lot of fights, there's a lot of tanks in the areas when I was in some of the objectives, and nobody was shooting at them at all. Even the truck with the machine gun, they were just sitting there like lasering my teammates, and funnily enough, I was on with a rocket launcher and I was blowing them up constantly, which felt kind of cool, and I was glad I actually have a rocket launcher that I could do that with and take them out decently quick, similar to Battlefield 4 and 3, and I really did like that a lot, to be honest. I did not actually see a lot of teammates running rocket launchers, which is kind of surprising. I saw a good amount running C4, you know, ammo or health and stuff like that, which is obviously going to be helpful for a team. And then I saw a good amount of people running the AA rockets as well, take out the air vehicles there. Regardless, I think it's a good mix. Let me know your guys' thoughts on how the gadget system works in 2042. Personally, I'm very interested to see how it is in the actual game itself. The other thing I wanted to mention here is I will be going over some other stuff with like different features I liked from previous Battlefields being in this game as well. That'll probably be coming up soon here during the beta. Anyway, the other thing I want to talk about, I'm sure many people are wondering, are some of the things I made notice from playing the beta. Some things that might be a little concerning or just kind of confusing and all that. So I'm not sure how old this beta is, or like how old the build of the beta is. But there are some bugs I saw in the beta that were kind of funny, honestly. Some of them, like you'd kill an enemy and they would stay there, and I'm not gonna lie, I shot a lot of invisible enemy corpses standing in one place. I know I cannot be the only one. I was even running in one area and there's one guy just sitting above the ground like he was in a vehicle, but he wasn't. That man was mad chilling, almost like on a recliner, and I thought it was hilarious. But that is something I have been noticing a good amount. I'm not sure if anybody else is having this, but the flashes on the screen sometimes are really weird depending on where you're on the map, or the weird like map like reflections or whatever might be kind of odd. Sometimes the color might be a little off. Again, it is a beta, so it'll probably be fixed during the release. I think this you know, some of these things probably are just kind of there. But let me know if you guys have any weird glitches, stuff like that as well. Some other things I'd like to mention as well. One of the things I was noticing, someone was mentioning in the comments of other videos, stuff like that, why you cannot look at the map with the options button. I was a little confused on that at first. I thought it was just like a glitch, or like maybe they were wrong, but turns out they were right, and you actually cannot view your map by hitting the options button. Unless I'm missing something here, the big button on the PlayStation controller doesn't do it either, so maybe it's a bug or what it may be. I'm sure that'll be a feature in the actual game, because many people like to see what's going on the map and all that when they're actually there, like instead of looking at like the big squad screen and all that stuff, seeing all the kills and all that. I'd also like to see the map as well, which hopefully will be a feature in the game. The other thing I noticed is people are saying the air vehicles are very, very weird to fly, and this is what I wanted to mention as well. So I was having a ton of issues with them. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was terrible. I crashed like 3 or 4 helicopters, a plane. It was awful, and it was actually kind of hilarious. But I was like, okay, I'm doing something wrong here. So I went into the settings, and I wanted to show this as well here. So looking in the menu here of the controller, one thing I want you guys to do is, if you guys are trying to drive the vehicles and you're wondering why they're a little wonky, personally, I cannot fly the planes and all that, or the helicopters with the analog stick, like using the gas. I just don't like how they fly at all, and I'm not a big fan of it. So go over to vehicles and change the ground vehicle driver buttons to alternate. Same thing with the aircraft as well. It sounds kind of weird, but trust me, thank me later, guys. It helped me so much with flying these. I actually was in the buzzard, and I was having a great time. I was blowing stuff up, taking vehicles out, shooting other helicopters. It was awesome. So definitely try to change your settings as well. Might make a big difference with the vehicles in general. Another thing I wanted to mention, I'm sure many people are asking, and that is the revive system in this game. To be completely honest, I am really mixed on it. I'm really not sure if I like it or not. Mainly, I don't think I do. The main reason is I just feel like it takes too long, and the animation is kind of weird with it. Then again, you like stand there for like 3 seconds or so and res your teammate. If you're a medic, you give them full health and all that. If you're not, you can still res your squad member, like Battlefield 5 and all that. Pretty cool. I do like that feature, being able to res your own squad member. But one of the issues I do find with it is the fact that, like, you're staying there and you're trying to res your teammate. I feel like it might take a little bit too long. I guess taking the defibs out might take some time. You're hitting him with a defibrillator. You know what I mean? You're not, like, just pulling him out and throwing him out. I'm like, hey, bro, get up. It ain't really like that. You're actually trying to, like, res and all that. I get that. But let me know what you guys think of the animation of the revive system in this. I'm sure many people will be mixing it. Let me know what you guys all think about the, you know, controls of the helis and all that good stuff. I did mention about the helicopters and how to fix your settings and all that. Might help a little bit with flying them, especially if you're on controller. And then let me know all your thoughts on the vehicles as well overall. Now, I did mention about how the helicopters and planes and all that seem to be doing better after you fix your settings on those. When it comes to the tanks and all those, I do like them. Obviously, the tanks turn around the same speed as the Battlefield 5 tanks do, which I don't think is really an issue. Let me know what you guys think about that as well in the comments. I guess that kind of makes sense, because you can turn them around instantly and instantly blow someone up. Might be kind of annoying. You can't like instantly turn around if there's someone trying to put C4 on you and try to shoot them or whatever. Obviously that isn't going to work now. The little tiny tank that's like the machine gun on it with the AA rocket, that thing's pretty cool. I got some kills with that thing. Overall, like having everybody run rocket launchers, I know many people be afraid to run the tanks. To be honest, I didn't really see that many people running the rocket launchers, unless it was just me, maybe in my lobbies. I didn't see a lot of it though. When it comes to the ATVs, pretty awesome. I like driving around and getting to one side of the map. Pretty dang convenient how they spawn in areas for you. And then obviously the truck with the machine gun, I run into a lot of those, and I have rocket launched a lot of those as well. The other truck is basically a Rivian, which I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Good way to get around the map again. A lot of these vehicles, about 2 to 3 rockets to blow them up, so it's a good way to get around the map. Obviously the ATVs will be 1. I do actually like how the rocket launchers do damage. Pretty awesome to see. You know, not having to hit a tank with like 5 rockets is a nice thing. Overall, to sum up, guys, I'm going to admit I had a great time playing the beta. It's been very fun. I know many people are probably hating on it, saying it's buggy, having a lot of issues, which it is having some bugs and stuff like that, but that was kind of expected with the beta. Let me know all your guys' thoughts in the comments below, what you guys think about the beta so far. Like I said, I have to admit, I've been having a blast playing the beta so far. The guns are very fun. The gameplay's great. I love the movement as well. The character movement's very fluent, and like it just feels really good. Like you don't feel like a block or feeling weird. It's just the movement's so smooth and great. I like how the weapons are. I like how the gadget system is. I also have been enjoying the specialists as well for the most part. Looking forward to seeing what the new specialists are, to see if they do have any groundbreaking stuff like that. I guess we'll have to wait and see till the game comes out. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and stay tuned in the next couple of days for more Battlefield videos, at least when the beta's out. And then when the game releases, expect a ton of videos to be coming out on all the weapons and all the gadgets, everything that possibly can be covered there. Thank you all so much for watching.